What's up, guys? This is Kate from Lunarlight Games, and thanks for dropping in. Hello and welcome if you're new to the channel. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button. And we're back with more FF16. Boy, it feels kind of weird saying that, FF16. Man, I remember back when... Alright, so this is going to make me feel old, but... My first Final Fantasy glimpse was of 8 way back when, and only later did I eventually discover FF7 Tactics and then eventually FF9. I didn't grow up amongst SNES Final Fantasy games, so I mean they were around, but I just didn't really get to play them. I think by the time that I think probably FF6 or it was 3 back then. By the time that came out, I was already was like around about 4 or 5. Can't remember exactly when. I do, however, remember seeing it on store shelves or rental store shelves. But anyways, we're getting off track here. Let me go ahead and get set up and we'll get going with this session. Okay, so a lot has happened. If you're wondering what's up with this session, I highly recommend you guys go back and watch the previous stream session. Otherwise, you're going to be thrown for a loop. Okay, so let's go explore this new hideaway.
Finish with that log so we can call it a morning.
Everything's here. And still no side quests, so let's just move on with the main waypoints.
Look, it's Sid.
Staying long this time?
Man, it looks like a lovely day out here.
Clive. Is everything all right?
Ah, there you are, Clive. Word of your adventures arrived this morning. Victor sends his thanks.
I doubt Kupka will miss the fools he sent to catch me. Not a single one of the bearers we saved showed any interest in coming with us. No one seems keen to join hands with an outlaw. Any news while we were away?
None worth mentioning. Gav's still off keeping an eye on the Republican army. Should be back any day now.
Understood. If anyone needs me, I'll be in the map room.
Still can't work that one out. There must be better places than the hull of a gutted airship to bury your nose in a book.
Yet this is where she's chosen to be. And I'm sure she has her reasons.
She? Is that Karen? He's such a cutie.
I trust I'm not intruding.
Back from your mission? I'm beginning to think your habit of surviving cannot be attributed to luck alone.
One might say the same of you, Vivian Ninetails.
I'll have you know that only 4 attempts have been made on my life, and none was especially memorable. So, to what do I owe the honor? Could it be that you've come for one of my lessons?
Is that so hard to believe?
Very well then. Shall we start with the state of the realm? To absolutely no one's surprise, she finds herself at the mercy of armies and outlaws. Well, mostly armies. Though that's not for want of trying, is it, Clive? But the real question is, how did we get here? Long though Sambrek's dominion over northeastern Storm has endured, recent days have seen the Blight wrest ever more land from her grasp. For which reason she has continued to wage war on her rival across the strait, hoping to claim less blackened pastures. But Odin would sooner pawn his sword than Waloed relinquish Ash. And the Empire pays dearly for every blade of grass bent beneath Sambrequois boots. Little wonder then that Sylvester set his sights on the crystalline dominion, an altogether easier target, possessed of no less ether. It was 5 years ago, while you were busying yourself with the destruction of Drake's head, that the Empire made its move, subjugating its theretofore neutral neighbor. A nation which could legitimately claim to be the center of the world. Certainly, there is no better place to stage an army. From there, the Holy Empire's reach spans the Twins. The non-aggression treaty was the only thing keeping them in check. But if they truly broke the pact without provocation, it is only a matter of time before others reply in kind. The Holy Empire, the Dalmekian Republic, the Kingdom of Waloed, and of course, our friends in Yaran. Who will be left standing, I wonder, when the last drop of blood is spilled?
You were born in Twinside. Do you not fear for your home?
Oh, dark clouds are wont to gather over the Dominion. Yet in spite of it all, she has ever endured. And when the storm has passed, I am confident she will remain. Now, as to the matter of payment for today's lesson, complete a simple errand for me and we shall consider ourselves even.
Even? Right.
Return this volume to old tomes in the shelves. Tell him it was adequate.
I suppose it wouldn't hurt to visit our resident historian.
Wait, so who is Vivian? She wasn't present in the prologue. And confusingly enough, there's a prologue before the prologue, too. This portion of the game is actually the main game. So, can we get a quick history lesson about her? Blah, 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 blah. If you're interested in reading this, feel free to pause the video. Also, that history lesson would have been better suited to have been dropped before the game started. Kind of similar to Tactics Ogre, with a little opener or something. Maybe even a cold open. Instead, we've played through quite a number of hours already without knowing what the hell the whole conflict was all about and between who.
Everyone seems so happy to see us. It's good to be home.
Does that one have blood on it?
So we got our favorite old cantankerous old lady.
And what can I do for you?
Let's see, has it been 5 years?
remember it like it was yesterday.
Yeah, Sid is long since passed. Apparently, Kupka tried to get revenge for Benedicta. And all of these refugees were crying out for Sid. Even though, unbeknownst to them, he had already passed in the battle with Ultima.
You're our leader now, Clive.
And Clive now seems to have taken up the Sid moniker. Very clever.
We won't hear me complaining.
It's even roomier than the old one. Got her own stores, her own little counter.
The only drawback.
Doris and Otto. Not sure who Doris is. Otto, I think I kind of slept through his intro.
Still.
Let's see what she's got all these years later. Seriously? Nothing? Well, she's got newer items over here. So these new items increase the limit break generation. They're not quite equal though. So this allows us to auto charge magic. That's fairly useful if you plan on being less of a close range melee attacker and if you'd rather focus on long range magic shooting. Oh, hello. Let's pick up these.
You'll not find a better price than that.
I'm not going to equip them yet.
It'd better all be here.
Just want to compare and contrast. Elixirs. These are probably useful. I hope we get to collect them out in the field, but we don't need them at this moment. Okay, so accessories. This is plus 25. This one is plus 35. We'll put that one on. XP earned. Let's boost that by 15%. And more ability points. The combat isn't all that challenging at the moment, so we're just gonna do whatever we can to boost our resources.
Just have Blackthorn make me a new one. What do you need? What? You've forgotten already?
Yeah, pretty much. Why don't you fill us in?
'Cause I haven't.
Hmm.
Still,
This dude is just known for being grumpy. He doesn't really, he could have told us more, but he's just plain grumpy.
Things here ain't too bad.
Decent hammer, decent anvil, and apprentice knows his hammer. Well, you should probably tell him where to swing it. Hopefully not by the fire. Oh, and the furnace is alright. Not with crystals, so... Cool. So let's see, what does he have cooking in here? I guess we can upgrade this weapon.
No scratches, right?
So now we have the 11 bolt. Weird. This weapon started out as, I guess, a storm elemental weapon, and gradually became what is supposed to be a lightning elemental weapon. Yeah, wind into lightning. They don't really have much of a difference, I think, other than just looking cool and having higher stats. It doesn't even increase your elemental damage. Like if you were to use a certain iconic ability or iconic feat, there is no difference. No new recipes, so our gear stays the same.
And Clive. So, what'll it be?
So what does reinforcement actually do, other than just craft new items? Best not to worry about these.
And
Off limits. Well, what's in there? Surely there's something interesting. The Wall of Memories, the State of the Realm. Ah, that's where Tomes is. But before we do that...
Once the hall swept, it's over to the Tavern Crown for me.
Nice to see that they somehow dragged the stone along too. Clive's Chambers, the Wall of Memories. The Oath. Oh, so these are just treasures. They're kind of like trophies from FF12. I kind of miss that trophy box. Or not that trophy box, but the... I guess you could call it a vault room. That doesn't seem to exist here other than the Wall of Memories. Well, make sure you grab that chest over there. sure there's probably more stuff around here, so let's have a look and check out the entire area. Let's try over here first.
This plank will have to be replaced.
So no idea if this place has any chests or goodies, but we're gonna go ahead and familiarize ourselves with this new hideaway.
Much was lost when the first hideaway fell. Colleagues and friends. Years of hard work. But we did not let that loss defeat us. And our work will not be in vain. No. The spirits of our fallen comrades live on in every leaf and limb you see here.
What is this here? Experimentation notes. Okay, so excuse me for that pause right there. I had to quickly text somebody. Anyways, let's get back on track here. No more distractions, please.
This tongue here pulls the black from the lake water and renders it clear. You'll have to ask Mid if you want to know how it works, though.
Oh, it's just a filter. Whatever happened to that one NPC that we helped out from way back when? Don't tell me she was one of the ones that were lost. If so, that's rather sad. Let's check out the atrium. The sight lines here are so good to see.
Charlie says I can't go and play until I finish my sums.
Well then hurry up and finish them! We need 3 for curling geese.
Curling geese. In case you guys are wondering, curl is the French word for heart. Heart and geese. Not really sure what that's all about.
Sid, what's the special occasion?
And there we go. Our reward for exploring.
What's the matter, Sid?
You look as pale as the day your predecessor slung you in the cell next to mine. Not about to have another fit, are you? Of course you aren't. You're a changed man now. We both are.
I don't even know who you are.
The lawsman says I can borrow as many books as I can carry. This was all I could carry.
So other than that chest, there's nothing else here.
Can't catch a wink with all the clamour in the hole.
No one works longer or harder than our Otto. You can scour the whole of Storm and Ash, and you won't find a better man.
Has she just been staring at him this entire time?
Lady Tyre is performing a delicate operation and must not be disturbed. I'll let her know you call.
Nice to know that she's still around.
Have you finished sorting those reports yet?
Finished? I ain't started.
So the infirmary is off limits.
All operations are suspended until further notice.
Yes, Captain.
I think there's another chest right over there.
I hope you don't mind, Sue. I changed the rooms in your chambers while you were away.
These chests all seem to be about the same.
And how may I assist you today? One would think.
No, it's not that clear at all. Knowledge, huh? So what do you do that's completely different than tomes? And didn't Otto used to do something similar? Or no, that's not Otto. There was that one other guy that allowed us to see where side quests were at.
I admit.
I feel like this NPC would have been better utilized in the prologue versus how she is now. It's hard to care for somebody like this when you only find out in the middle of the story, rather than at the beginning and following her story organically.
A far more reputable fellowship. My beloved homeland.
So of the kingdoms or dominions that were mentioned in the prologue, Waloed and the Sambrake Empire, as well as the Dalmekian Empire, those were all there. As well as the Archduchy of Rosaria. But the Crystalline Dominion, I don't really remember.
Or at least it was.
Same thing with Twinside, wherever the hell that is. So Oriflamme is no longer in place as the capital anymore, huh?
What is it that you wish to learn?
Okay, so she acts as a supplement to tomes.
Of course.
Geez, this is just another system on top of the previous system. Well, in case if you were even more confused earlier, so let's start with Clive. Yada yada yada, firstborn son, brother of Joshua, became the shield. I don't know if I have the patience to read through all of this. At least not on stream, anyway. This would be a fairly boring stream if that were to be the case. So this is just a timeline of things that have happened so far. At least we can see all the different character models. Wait. Oh, you can also see the flags on the right. Those are the various alignments that your character is on. So right here, Clive was serving Rosaria. And then this one, I think, is the Samarqua flag or banner. The Samarkand banner. And now he has no banner except for that one. That one, I have no idea what that one is. Also the icon. I think I'm going to check this out in my own time. Also, whatever happened to this chocobo? Oh. Apparently it might still be alive.
Here's the latest information I have.
Ah, crap. Man, everything has expanded quite wildly. The medicine girl? She's still around? Yeah, so if you're interested in reading through all of this, you could actually head back around and try to figure out what's going on. I remember reading some sort of entry on Kotaku back then about how some of the developers had kind of got lost with the story as development went on, so they created the lore, the AT lore, whatever thing, active time lore system in order to refresh everybody's memory, which I suppose is what this is.
One must understand one's place in the world.
You know, I think this could have been packaged into a book and resold. But it's nice that it's nice enough that Square Enix had chosen to bundle this with a game. That's hilarious to me. Okay, so I wonder if this allows you to rewatch some of the cutscenes. Maybe, probably not. If you guys are interested in reading through this, though, just pause the video. Let's head out.
Once more? Very well.
Wait, crap. Okay, so that's just a cutscene.
The state of the realm is ever-changing, Clive.
That's somewhat useful. So I think we just have to check out this general area and then head over to Tomes. We've already seen most of this. So really all that leaves us is Tomes.
Have we any more knuckle pies?
I don't have any knuckle pies, but we have knuckle sandwiches. The background music here sounds more fitting of something in FF15. You know, like one of the seaside villages. Mithril. Mithril's usually an intermediate metal type or so. In most fantasy games, it goes like iron. No, it goes from bronze, iron, steel, mithril, and so on.
Norseman Harpocrates.
Now that is a name I have not heard for a long time. So long, in fact, I had half forgotten it was mine. Welcome home, Clive. You were missed, as always.
I believe this belongs to you. Vivian asked me to return it.
This guy's still alive.
Ready? Our resident scholar devours books faster than young Tet does lemon tarts. Would that I could do the same. But alas, I no longer possess the necessary constitution for such indulgence, either in words or tarts. That said, I have continued my search for mention of the creature you encountered at Drake's Head. But without access to the great libraries of Oriflamme or the Dominion, I regret that I have been able to find little and less. I am sorry.
Please, don't apologize. I'll send word to our associates. See if they can't furnish you with more books.
I fear it is not more books that I require, but the right ones. Mayhap we look in the wrong places. There are still libraries to the north.
I'll see what I can do.
You are too kind. There are not many in this world who would indulge the whims of a tired old historian.
Not too tired to go filching Kupo nuts, though. Always got a pocket for him. Nicks him off the Moogle.
Hush now. We all know there's no such thing as moogles.
The twins seem well.
Aye. Yet they laugh far too little for one so young. The loss of their parents weighs heavy on them, however well they hide it. Titan took much from us that night, from some more than others, and the wounds that remain, they are not quick to heal.
Which is why we must give them all the time they need.
That we must. Just as I must give you the time you need to recuperate. Good day, Clive.
Good day. Gav will be back soon. I should get some rest while I can.
This old man reminds me of the other lore master from FF10.
How good it is to see you, Clive.
So what have you got for us?
I have compiled some new entries, if you would like to see them. What subject shall we consider today?
So even his voice sounds the same. Well, very similar at least.
You are always welcome, Clive. Is there something I might assist you with, Clive? Look around you.
Well, it's a far cry from the Imperial Library. Is it? I can't really tell. Did they just steal all the books from Oriflamme?
Still. Why?
One day a chronicle of your own adventures might even grace these shelves. That's a nice bit of foreshadowing.
It has been difficult, certainly.
Really, it seems that all we lost was the location and not necessarily the people. Yeah, so Clive has become Cid after the original Cid has passed.
Had you not let us hear?
I think I would have liked to see what happened before the 5-year time skip. In fact, that could have been done in a similar fashion as Dragon Age Inquisition, where you had to build the Inquisition up after the tragedy at the first location. Also, you got to build up your allies, your home base and everything. Recruit all these fancy people.
I still remember.
It's probably one of the best aspects of Dragon Age Inquisition. So, who were the parents anyway? I kind of forgot who they were. Once again, if you guys are interested in reading through these, pause the video.
And thank goodness they did. If you need a book to help you sleep, might I recommend On the Mating Rituals of Mortals?
That is a dirty old man to suggest that.
Old Tome said the hideaway is built inside an airship. Said it was called the Invincible.
Are these boys or girls? Well, she's definitely a girl. Tet seems ambiguous.
Not back a blink and you're already off solving everyone's problems. It looks good, Clive. Goes well with the scowl.
I'd had that brand for so long. I'd forgotten what life was like without it. What it was like to be myself. And it's all thanks to you, Talia.
The scalpel did most of the work. Ah, before I forget, a rider was here with a letter from Gav. Otto left it on your desk.
Not a Stolas. All right, I'll have a look.
And then you get some rest.
So, did he get that brand carved off, or was it burned off? They mentioned the scalpel was probably carved off, but who knows? Could have sworn it got burned off during the last fight with what's his face, Ultima, and Joshua's appearance. Let's see, let's check in here.
Here.
As a rule, Gav only resorts to letter writing when there's trouble. That, or he's misplaced the Stolas. Let's hope this time's the exception.
Is there anything in here? Nice to see there's a diary entry, but that really doesn't tell us much about what's been happening in the game. So let's keep moving on. I think we've done around... Excuse me. We've done enough just having a run around.
Have you been to the toll? I hear a new shipment's just...
Otto was here earlier with a letter from Gav. He left it on your desk.
So there's only one bed here. Is Jill sleeping on the couch? Okay, so new messages. The Republic's play. The Republican army marches on the Empire at Twinside, and the men of the Rock have been summoned to the front. Something big is brewing, I reckon. I'll see you're done to wear upon my return. Gav.
What does Gav have to say?
The Republican army is on the march, leaving Randalar in Hugo Kuka's charge. With him and his men occupied with the defense of the capital, they're less likely to trouble us.
Good news, then.
It's more than that. This is our chance. The one we've been waiting for.
But look how far we've come. All that we have here, our friends, the hideaway, are they not cause for joy?
5 years. 5 long years. If I could only command this power I've been granted, we might have achieved so much more. But each time I reach for it, it's like something is holding me back.
Summoning an icon exacts a price not easily paid. Your body knows this only too well. It's merely trying to save you from yourself.
And every burden I cannot bear falls to you.
This mission of ours has made me question everything I thought I knew. But one thing has become abundantly clear. The crystals take more than they give. In exchange for momentary comfort, we must endure a lifetime of pain, war after war, loss upon loss. And now they rob us of our very homes, leaving naught but dust and ash. But you're trying to change that. We're trying to change that. And to me, that's no burden.
I know, but...
Try not to forget. We're only here because Joshua gave us a second chance. It would be a pity to waste such a precious gift.
He did. He was there. It wasn't an illusion. I heard him call out to Ultima. If Joshua is still alive, he'll be looking for that thing.
Do you think he will ever come back?
I know he will. And we must be ready when he does.
To a world without mother crystals. To Sid.
And so the North is lost.
I knew that the Blight spread ever more swiftly, Your Grace. But this is far, far worse than any could have imagined.
It is only a matter of time before the twins are no more. The world marches ever closer to its end, and here we chase shadows. Tell me, brother, are our efforts in vain?
Master Clive, a moment, if you... my apologies, I didn't mean to... intrude.
Not at all. We were just discussing strategy.
Speak freely, Otto.
It's Martha, from the inn. She's gone missing. Anyway, I'll be in the mess when you've finished.
Very well. What would make Martha leave the rest?
If something has happened to Martha, we need to speak with Otto.
Well, finally, a new mission.
Something has happened to...
Joshua seems like such a misplaced character in this game. It's as if we're playing Final Fantasy while he's trying to get at Kingdom Hearts.
Hither yonder
dance autumn winds atop the rotten pier.
Oh, hey, Yeskir's here. So, what does Otto need?
What do we know, Otto?
Some lads from the Imperial garrison in Rosaria started a fight over at Martha's Rest. Blood was spilled, bones were broken. The usual. But somewhere in the middle of it all, Martha vanished without a word to anyone. And that ain't like her, Clive. Something's not right.
You think this was planned?
Of course it bloody was. Ever since Eastport, the Empire's been tightening its grip round the Duchy's balls. They've strung up everyone who's ever set eyes on a runaway, claiming they're traitors to the Holy Throne, conspiring to restore the House of Rosfield to power. And now it sounds like the bastards have turned their attentions to the pallbearers meek enough to stay put. Naturally, old Martha could see the way the wind was blowing, complained that it was getting harder and harder to take bearers in.
And now she's missing. If she's fallen into the hands of the Empire, we could be next.
Couple of curse breakers are already on their way to the inn. They should help speed up the search. But if this is as bad as I think it is, you might end up having to save their asses and all.
Don't worry, Otto. I'll make sure everyone gets home safe.
Okay, so rescue mission time. Do we have our... No, it doesn't seem like we have it. Before we had that one other character. What was his name? He was the one that helped us track all of the side quests.
Here for another of my lectures. Allow me to educate you. Here's the latest information I have.
Thought that was something new.
Here you are.
This is not helping, so forget about it. Okay, so side questing. The cock and ball. Nice pun there. So now officially it's been about 18 years since Clive awakened as a dominant.
Damn blighted bilge.
Is everything all right?
Aside from the holes in my hull, everything's roses.
The lake water doesn't agree with it, then?
That's one way of putting it. And unless you got some grand scheme to suck the black from the lake like we do in the atrium, that slurry'll keep eating away at the timber like young Tech does our lemon tarts. Suppose a coat of pitch might stave off the rot for a moon or so. Assuming we had any pitch, which we don't. Not any bloody more. Doubt the old tub's got more than a dozen runs left in him.
Of course, Obolus. Your skiff is our only means of reaching the mainland. Without it, we'd be lost.
Well, I'm glad someone round here sees it that way. To make pitch, you need pitch trees. But in case you haven't noticed, live trees are one of the 1,000 things sorely lacking in the Deadlands. Now, I'm not so unkind as to ask you to fell a faraway forest and lug the logs back here to the mere, which is why we'll be needing a suitable alternative. And it just so happens I once heard the thorny pitchers of Curltail Falls cover themselves in a sticky wax to trap birds and beetles and whatnot. Might be enough to tide me over.
Sounds easier than felling a faraway forest. That's for certain.
That's a lot of dialogue just to say we need some glue. Anyways. Where are we off to now? Doesn't seem like all has changed much here. Let's go find that glue for him. Then we'll continue on. It's rather dark here. Okay, so I need to practice using this new iconic feat. Doesn't seem all that great. I feel like it pulls us out of the combat way too much.
Easier than felling a forest, I said. But trees don't have teeth.
Come on. Too easy. Getting close.
I can't imagine Obelisk needing any more than this. Time to head home.
That's it? Already? I mean, I was still having fun. Oh well. Let's return this level up and then we'll move over there. Please be good.
Welcome back, Sid.
Well, did you find me some wax?
Find is one way of putting it.
reeks like a chocobo's arse. Well, I don't suppose the Argo will mind as long as he stays above the waves.
Argo? So your boat has a name? I didn't know.
Yeah. Same as me old man. He was a ferryman himself back before the Blight came. The boat's all I have left of him. And thanks to you, he'll sail another day.
Sweet. That was a quick boost. Feels like there's precious little point to equip any of the stat increasing items. Even the other accessories that reduce your cooldown and increase your damage, they don't seem to be all that useful. Enemies go down like punks on this beginner mode. Well, on your first playthrough anyway. So, all that we're using at this moment is accessories that just boost our points, gil, and XP. Anyways, let's go ahead and move on.
What happened here?
Come on. We need to find the others.
We're best off staying where we are for now, I reckon.
Let's get you to a physical, shall we?
Sid? What said you'd be coming?
I trust you don't mind. Also thought you might need some help. And it appears he was right.
You, could say that, yes. They're saying the Imperials ascended like a storm. No one was spared their fury. Martha tried to step in and calm things down, but all our efforts got her were a pair of iron shackles and a hard march.
Any idea where?
Judging by their tracks, they headed towards Sorrowwise Bay.
To the Abbey sheltering Martha's bearers.
The bastards. Jill and I will go after them. You take care of the people here.
We will. But, before you go, one of the locals heard something. He said the soldiers were talking about a culling. I don't know how big this is, but it doesn't sound good. Be careful out there, Sid.
You do the same.
Okay, so side quests? No. All that we're supposed to do at the moment is travel here.
Cole is right. That was no tavern brawl. It was a message.
But a culling. Bearers are the property of the Empire. The garrison wouldn't have the authority to act alone. The orders would have had to have come from higher up.
What are you after?
Okay, so we'll head out in just a moment. Weird. The equipment hasn't really changed up. I mean, we can buy these,
Much obliged.
but we're not using them. Yeah, so
That all, is it?
let's not worry about that for the moment.
Oi, look sharp!
And let's get moving. Now, I wonder if any of the enemies have changed out.
those Orsons touch an hair on Martha's head. I'll kill them all myself.
The world certainly seems to be worse for the wear. Okay, so no. The enemies haven't really changed. Oops. Oh well, at least we don't have to run around and farm for XP.
Look, up ahead. Martha, are you hurt?
Don't worry about me. It's them at the Abbey who need you. You have to do something. Tell us what happened. What happened? The damn Black Shields, that's what happened. The Black Shields? The bastards caught wind. The abbot and I were helping bearers. They were gonna hang us both. When the sick rose from their beds. Poor souls turned on the Imperials. Distracted them long enough for me to get away.
Then they may still be alive. Martha, do you think you can make it back to the inn? Cole is there with the other curse breakers.
I think so. Thank you, Clive.
Black Shield. Is this some sort of twisted joke? There has only ever been one order of shields in Rosaria, and they fought to defend all her citizens.
Seems a step too far, even for the Empire.
Now, Gorgo!
So much for that. Sorry, Chocobos. Alright, so let's take care of this group and then we'll move on. Oh, hey. There's another combo extension. If you enter into a magic burst, you can hold down the button and then release for a charged shot. Kind of like this. Whoops, didn't really do that properly. Let's try once more. Like that. This combat system is very broken.
Are we too late?
There might still be someone inside.
No.
Damn it.
I thought you lot were all spent.
Murderers. They drove the bearers to this.
Wait. These two aren't turned.
That bitch of an innkeeper must have sent them. Colluding with the enemies of the Empire is a serious offense.
and for their crimes shall they be punished. Such is the law. To dwell in darkness that we may purge the night and welcome lasting dawn. On these our swords we swear.
How dare you speak those words? Have you no honor?
Clive.
This won't take long.
Clive is venturing very close into Dark Knight territory. Come on. Come closer. That was very simple.
Is that all of them?
I think so.
Cool. More accessories.
I didn't see the abbot. He may still be alive.
Before we move on... No treasures, no loot.
Found her.
The abbot.
The bearers died protecting him. Calling upon what little magic they had left in their bodies.
Clive. He's breathing.
We're friends of Martha. We're here to help.
Are the Imperials dead?
They are. Every last one.
If only that were true. The Black Shields will return. The cuttings will continue. Rosaria will never be saved unless we save her. Tell Mother to beg his aid and tell her this wasn't her fault.
I shall.
Sid! Where are you? Sid! In here! We found a survivor!
Clive. He's gone.
We've laid the abbot to rest. But the bearers... they didn't need to die like this.
No, they didn't. But it was their choice. They knew the fate that awaited them and chose to meet it on their terms, fighting for those who fought for them.
Martha said they rose from their beds, threw themselves at the Imperials so she and the Abbot could escape.
I've gathered the bearer's remains. We should consign them to the tide.
There's a drawbridge not far from here. Reddick's Jump. The currents there are swift. If the Abbot were still with us, he'd have taken the dust there himself and performed the casting. I'll get someone to...
I'll do it.
Of course. Cole and I will remain here and see to the Imperials.
Okay, so next stop, the pier over there. And now it's just back to us and our trusty Torgal. Can't run through there. So a lot's happened in the last 5 years. The world seems to be even more crappier than before. And what the hell is that thing? Uh-oh. While fighting is always an option. Let's have at him.
What am I saying? Of course it has. There's a floating eyeball.
This doesn't seem to be working, so let's... Come on. Oh, what the hell? What's going on with this? That was weird. My health seems to have drained quite a bit. Ah, crap. So I guess he couldn't dodge straight through that. Weird. What happened when...
We're best off staying where we are for now.
What happened to my health when I went into limit break mode?
They've killed my bearer. They called themselves our countrymen.
Or was it just his attacks that kind of threw me off? I'm gonna have to look back at that later. I hope he's still around there. Yeah, he's still over there. Well, might as well use our potions because if we die, we're definitely getting them back. Oh, that's what it is. Come on, we almost got him. Okay, so let's activate this. Now we still got to be kind of careful against them. We can't just mindlessly slash.
Nice try.
Come on. Almost over. Back away, please. Come on. Gotta be really careful about that. Whoops. Where'd he go?
Nice try.
There we go. That wasn't too difficult a fight. I mean, we managed to complete that fairly easily.
You didn't see that coming.
Take that, punk. So after that, let's go ahead and upgrade some of our new stuff. So of all the abilities we can take on at the moment, we can do this one, or we can keep building up our limit break. That's probably the best course of action. I'm not really certain if we should invest any more into this. The limit break gauge is the most broken thing so far, so we'll keep that topped up.
That must be the bridge.
So if that's it, let us move on with the story.
So shall the waters cleanse thee of thy burden, and bear it out to sea.
And now they are truly free.
I hope so. What of the Imperials?
A pyre was made. It's more than they deserve. We should go back. Cole is worried about Martha.
All right.
And so with that, we can head back here. We'll take the long way around. Don't suppose there are more marks around for us to take care of. Probably not. I think just having one or two icons to cycle through is fairly easy to do. Once you throw in a third one, it becomes hard to switch off to the one that you need. Anyways, let's get back. Thought there was going to be more around here, but I think we're just screwing around at this point. Oh hey, turtle. Let's mess with you first. Can we not? Whoops. Come on. Not bad. We took a couple of hits there. No big deal. Also, we picked up a trophy there. I'll have to take a look at what that does. I think we're out of enemies to encounter. Not gonna bother with that guy. Although, let's get at him just for the points. And we can cut this down pretty easily by... Oh, really?
Nice try.
Come on. Cool. Anyways, I think we can circle back around now. Unless there's more fighting to be had. Alright, we can return now. I think we've had our fill. I don't see any more marks around here or anything like that, so... It's been fun.
Oi, look sharp!
They call themselves our countrymen.
No one survived then?
I'm sorry. Before he passed, one of them bade me tell you not to blame yourself.
Doesn't mean I won't. Doesn't mean their blood's not on my hands. Cole said you cast their remains. That was good of you. But it should have been me. This was all my fault.
How? You couldn't have known.
But I did. And I turned a deaf ear to the warnings like the fool I am. The rumors started moons ago. Of black-clad devils descending on villages in the dead of night to slit the throats of sleeping bearers. But I assumed it was all just nonsense concocted by the Empire. Nothing but a ghost story meant to make folk think twice about lending a hand to a fugitive bearer.
And in ordinary times you would have been right. What these Black Shields are doing is unthinkable. Which begs the question, why do it at all? My mother obviously has a hand in this. I cannot make sense of her actions.
Unpicking what goes on in that woman's head is a job for someone with more time on their hands. Right now, I need swords and men to wield them, preferably big ones. If those Imperials think they can come in here again and threaten my people, they're in for a rude awakening. Oh, Before I forget, a Stolas from Otto landed just before you arrived. He asked me to tell you that Gav has returned.
Then we must as well. Will you be all right here, Martha?
We can stay longer if you wish.
No need. I'll be ready should the Imperials come calling. Though I wouldn't turn my nose up if you were to lend me a pair of them strapping young curse breakers.
Okay, so that's another quest done. Oh, but hey. It's side questing time.
Try not to move. You'll only make it worse.
Oi! You there! Don't just pass me by! You handy with that sword of yours? Course you are. Bet you're a bloody marvel with the thing. Now, question is, are you willing to use it or not? 'Cause a flock of noble chocobos are in need of help.
Chocobos?
You heard me right. Wild birds? Hmm? The big ones? And not just any chocobos at that. Whiteheart and her flock are the bravest birds you ever did see. They protect travellers round these parts from bandits and the like.
Chocobos? Fighting bandits?
It's true. Why, they saved me from a gang of footpads only yesterday. Nasty lot they were too. And now they're back, looking to settle the score. Oh, go on then. Don't just stand there. Go and help them.
Why not?
All right.
There's a good lad.
Where can I find these chocobos?
I saw him cut across the way over yonder. The rotten scoundrels were driving the poor things towards the old dock. It's a dead end, that is. You save Whiteheart and her flock, you hear me? There ain't a pluckier bird in all the world. She's a hero to us locals. And don't worry, you'll know her when you see her right enough.
I'm sure I will.
And good luck to you. And give those no-good bastards a hiding from me.
I wonder if this has anything to do with Clive's old white chocobo. Yeah, it's easier if we just head down this way and find the chocobo. Alrighty then.
Whiteheart. That's quite a name for a chocobo.
Just gotta head down and around the corner and it's probably over there, but first okay, so you don't really even have to press. Yeah, you don't even have to press the magic button to do a magic burst. You can just hold it down after a dash, and then that allows you to automatically cast the magic burst, and then it'll allow you to charge up for the next burst.
A white feather. I thought Ambrosia was one of a kind. Speaking of brave birds, looks like they went that way.
Well, let's go looking for it. Can't be that much further, is it? Well, there are the dead, the dead bandits.
We got you cornered, Feathers. You didn't think you'd seen the last of us, did you? You've been bad for business. But I reckon someone will pay good coin to mount your head on their wall.
Not around here, they won't.
Oh. And why's that, eh?
Because she's something of a hero in these parts. You hurt her, and I hurt you.
Piss off. Or better still, how about we hurt you both?
All right then. But don't say I didn't warn you.
Alright, we're not messing around. Man, so much is going on. Okay, finally, 1v1. Oops. Crap. Oh, come on. Come on, I want you to do it. Easy peasy.
You're safe now. White Heart, I presume. Do you know her, boy? That scar. It couldn't be. Ambrosia. It is you. You survived. And you found yourself a flock.
Oi! Is it over? I thought I'd come and see how you were getting on. Oh, well, you sorted the bastards then. I knew you would. And the whole flock made it through unscathed.
Thankfully, they did. And not only that.
Well, I'll be. I never stopped to think our hero here might once have been someone's mount. Though I dare say she'd suit a fine fellow like yourself. Reckon our feathered friend must have learned a thing or two from her master. Kind-hearted warrior that you are. Bird like her would have cost a princely sum. You born a lord or something?
Well,
Oh, no, sorry. I didn't mean to pry. Don't matter who you are. You done right by me.
What is it, girl?
She wants her master back, I reckon. Told you. And it seems her pals agree.
Is that it? You want to come with me?
Well, bugger me if this ain't a heartwarming sight. The lads down the stables will be hearing about this tonight. Oh, stay right where you are. Doesn't she cut an handsome figure, eh?
She does indeed. How much do I owe you?
Ah, a few scraps of leather's the very least I owe old Whiteheart. Oh, I'll be sad to see her go, of course. But she's earned her right to happiness and more besides. Don't you worry, we'll get along just fine without her. You hear that, Whiteheart? You've earned yourself some time off. You have fun traveling with your master now. You seem awful familiar now I get a proper look at you. That's it. When those chocobos swarmed my cart on the road, didn't you? No, that can't be right. That fellow was a bearer.
Must have been my double.
Oh, must have been, eh? Oh, that'll be the excitement getting to me. Silly sod that I am. Pay me no mind. Anyhow, best be on my way. Good luck to the both of you.
You take care of your flock for now. I'll call you when I need you.
Awesome, now we have a mount. Okay, so yeah. Instead of just walking all over the place, we can call Ambrosia to ride around. In fact, let's try that.
Run like the wind.
Not too bad. I wonder, can we fight on Chocobo back? Yeah. Not really sure what L1's supposed to do, but you can press square for a melee attack. Cool. So we'll be using Ambrosia to explore around whenever we're not fighting enemies. I think we're done here. So let's get out and move on. No side questing, so back we go.
Where's Gav?
Gav should be back by now.
There should be some stuff to check out, but let's move the story forward.
Ah, Clive! How I've missed that scowl.
Where's my report?
What, no kind words for your old pal Gav?
If it's kind words you're after, you're fishing in the wrong barrel. Now sit down, you fool.
So, you remember how quick the Empire was to occupy the Dominion after the fall of Drake's head? And how pissed off all the other nations were that they didn't think to do it first?
Half a century of independence gone at the whim of a madman. So much for their bloody treaty.
Clearly, the promise of unblighted land and the world's supply of crystals was too much for his radiance to resist. And now the Republic's finally decided to follow suit, using liberation as an excuse to declare war on Sambrek. Lined up right outside the Dominion's gates as we speak, looking to starve the Imperials into submission.
And now all eyes are on the Strait of Author.
While the two nations beat their shields, the rest sharpen their daggers, ready to set upon the war-weary victor. They'll never see us coming. It's time we moved on the Mother Crystals. Four Mother Crystals remain in Storm and Ash. Drake's Breath near Ironhome. Drake's Fang in Dhalmekia. Drake's Spine in Waloed. And Drake's Tail here in the Crystalline Dominion.
With the bulk of the Republican army marching to Twinside, Drake's Fang will be left exposed.
That is exactly the move Kupka would anticipate. And if there is anything these past 5 years have taught us, is that he loves his traps. There is one place, however, where nobody will be expecting us to go.
Drake's Breath.
There's a shitload of sea between us and it, and I've never been much of a swimmer.
I have an acquaintance in Port Isolde who may be able to help.
Who's that then?
My uncle, Byron Rossfield.
Lord Byron Rossfield of the Seven High Houses, the trade magnate with holdings in over 100 cities. Wait, Rossfield. And you're a Rossfield, of course.
My uncle's name gave him his start in the world, but it was his acumen which earned him his fortune. Along with a handsome fleet of ships.
Well, it's settled then. What are we waiting for, eh? Huh?
Sweet. Now we can do even more side questing.
What are we waiting for, indeed?
Let's see, before we move on with the story, let's take the time to clear out the side quests.
Is it business or pleasure?
Ugh. Definitely not pleasure.
Something be quick about it.
Nothing new.
Is that all?
Thankfully, New Game Plus is available, so we don't necessarily have to buy everything the first time around.
I think it's all right to touch.
Back, are ya? So, will it be?
So armor seems to have taken a hit. I don't see anything new here. Yeah, nothing new. A little disappointing. So, what have we here?
Won't be long now, Martel. They'll try your apples soon enough.
Martel.
Sid, I was hoping to speak to you.
Is everything all right?
Oh, yeah, it's just, well, as you know, we've been trying to grow fruit down here.
It's good to know that something of the old hideaway still lives on.
Martel's pride and joy. It was a sapling when she rescued it from the rubble, but look at it now. All our hard work's finally paying off. I took it on, you see, after she died, and now the fruit's finally ready to eat. And not only is it ready, it's actually tasty. Sweet as you like, in fact. She bred the bitter right out of it.
Impressive. And welcome news to more than a few, I'd say.
I thought this first harvest could go to the curse breakers, on account of all they do for the hideaway. You couldn't take them some, could you? Seems better them coming from you.
Oh, it's another DoorDash mission.
It'll be nice being the bearer of good news for a change.
Thank you. She always had a soft spot for that lot, see? And once they've had their share, I'll see to it that everyone else gets some. Here you go. Martel apples, they're called, in honor of her memory. You hear that, Martel? Today's finally the day.
That's rather sad. I rather like Martel. So let's go ahead and make our delivery. And then we could also check out some of the other areas as well. Oh, good old Torgal. So we have Ambrosia's tack now. cool. Can't wait to see this area get filled up with trophies. New reading material. Forgive my insistence on writing you these silly letters. Would that we had more time to speak to each other in person, but for every day we spend together, it feels as though we must suffer another two apart. I'm gladdened to hear of your most unexpected reunion with Ambrosia, or should I say Whiteheart. You told me once how your chocobo sacrificed herself to protect you that night at Phoenix Gate. And here, so many years later, we find she has spent her life doing that exact same thing. Defending others. Some things never change. Do they, Clive? Jill. They're almost always together. Why are they writing letters to each other? I almost half expected a love letter. Anyways, we still have our delivery to make. And we might as well check out the board and the reports and whatever the hell the rest of the other stuff is. Patron's Whisper. No idea what that is.
You two look like you could use something to eat. Here. Courtesy of Martel.
Here you go, random strangers.
Now, where have I heard that name before?
Weren't she the girl from the Furrows?
Course she was. An odd sort, that one. Loved plants more than people.
Aye, and brave as a bane might. Remember when she ran back into the hideaway to collect them trees when Titan attacked? Wait.
These aren't those apples, are they? Well, I'll be. She'd have been proud, and rightly so. Thank you, Sid.
Others weren't so lucky, though.
That's bittersweet.
A gift from the backyard. For your service.
Blimey, these take me back. I haven't seen a hideaway apple since. Old Sid was the only one who could stomach the things. He'd nab them right from the branch, made Martel livid. Not that anyone could stay mad at the man for long.
That sounds like the Sid I knew, all right.
Planning on keeping that lot to yourselves, were you? Hang on. These aren't Martels, are they? I'm glad to see someone carried on what she started. Can't have been easy, not in the Deadlands. Reckon she'd be happy knowing all her hard work didn't go to waste. Clive, tell the lad down in the backyard to run some over for me, will you?
Not so much as a thank you. Well, I've got some manners at least. Thanks, Sid. You can leave the basket with me. I'll see that the others get their share. Oh, and give our compliments to the gardener, won't you?
That was the last of the apples. I should head to the backyard and pass along everyone's regards.
Like anywhere is safe.
Which we'll be doing in just a second.
How are you doing? Oh, same old.
Okay, so this guy, Goat, that's his name. No wonder why I forgot it. Nothing really new here.
So,
Way to tell us without telling us anything. Kenneth and Martell? Who was Kenneth again? Was he the... Wasn't he like the innkeeper, the one that cooked all the food that we had to deliver?
and Sid. But he's still with us too. Quick look.
Okay, so... No side quests. Perfect.
Oh, Clive! Welcome to the Patron's Whisper.
The Patron's Whisper? Does that mean someone else is taking care of our friend's donations?
Oh no, that's still me. It's just Karen has her toll, Blackthorn has his hammer. I thought a new name might liven things up. I still catalogue every item that arrives, in addition to setting aside those tokens of appreciation the sender has specified are to be presented to you personally. Would you like to see if we have any?
Sure.
Business is busy.
I don't seem to remember Desiree from back in the earlier chapter. Jera, too. I don't remember Jera or Shirley.
Still. Words are immortal.
Yeah, so who was Jera? He didn't stand out in my mind.
Come to claim your just desserts?
Okay, so completing side quests will earn renown. Inspiring benefactors who will donate money or items. So, we have about 55 renown. Your merry band of outlaws and its dashing deeds of daring do are all the talk amongst the ladies of the court. We have gathered together several items of worth that you might continue your gallantry. Signed, a heart-struck dowager.
All yours.
Thank you for the points. Next one, our order is one built on pride, but that does not mean we're too proud. Martha once, but never again. Signed, the Blood Axes. This donation will be available upon... Okay. It's so cute.
What's the matter, Nectar? The hunt board? It's where the Cursebreakers post sightings of particularly fearsome beasts. Those that might pose a threat to our operations if they were left to roam free. Just because they can't be dealt with when they're spotted, doesn't mean they can't be dealt with later. Was that what you wanted to know? Right. Well, leaving your mightiness aside for the moment, the people of Valisthea are going through a lot already. What with the Blight and the war. The last thing they need is ungodly fiends terrorizing them on top of everything else. So if the Cursebreakers are too busy to help, then perhaps I can. Or at least I can try.
I can't help but feel Nectar would be better if he was actually voiced. Still, this is more endearing. The Cursebreakers don't just tack up any old rumors. Don't let them down. Okay, so this is very similar to the hunt system back in FF12. Cool. The most important duty of all. Yeah, that's very important. The Great Continent. Where is that?
I don't think so.
This little guy looks like he would be better suited in FF9, and the Mughals from that game were switched around. Okay, cool. So let's check out the board. We've already taken care of one, the Ahriman. An otherworldly horror with a single staring eye. It flew at him on bony bat's wings, scratching at him with claws black as night and sharp as razors. Naturally, he fled in terror, but if a battle-hardened blood axe cannot cope with the mere sight of such a creature, what hope do the rest of us have? We've already taken care of that one. The Angel of Death. A traitor coming by the way of Caer Norvent met with a troop of Cursebreakers traveling in the opposite direction, and warned them of a wicked winged harpy on the road ahead, his eyes wild and flickering. Though the Cursebreakers saw nothing untoward on their own journey through their pass, the sound of cackling laughter from the trees ensured that they kept a brisk pace. We'll do this one. And the Belphegor. Reports have been received of a wild avis of striking size making its nest atop the hill adjacent to Eastpool. Though all efforts are being made not to rouse the beast's ire, it is surely but a matter of time before it needs to be feed? I hereby petition any brave volunteers to march to the northern border, that we might cut the fiend down before it makes trenchers of the nearby villages. So that one's in Sanbreque, that one's slightly tougher, that one's over in Rosaria. Okay, that's all that we can cover here.
Ah, my favorite pupil. Allow me to educate you. I have the details.
So new stuff has happened. Where is the entry about... Where is it? Here we go. Where is Martel? No entries about Martel here. What about before? No, I don't see anything here. That's a shame. Yeah, so there's no entry about. No entry about what's her face Martell. Quentin. Oh well, let's move on.
One must understand one's place in the world.
I'm sure this would be very interesting to read about, but we got no time for that.
The state of the realm is ever-changing, Clive.
Them old apples run off.
That broom's as ragged as goat's locks.
So let's finish up these side quests, and then I think we might have time enough to explore around, maybe take down a mark or two, and then we'll call it a night.
Cursebreakers send their thanks. And their compliments. They were clearly very fond of Martell.
They remembered her. After all these years. I suppose she was very kind, even to a tongue-tied lummox like me. You were one of the good ones, Martell. Why did you have to die? She put everything into her work. She wasn't going to rest until we had fruit sweet enough to enjoy. And now we do. When she died, I named a sapling after her. And now it's a full-grown tree. Martell lives on through the fruit it bears.
And through you. Her dream would have died with her, had you not kept it alive. That's something to be proud of.
I didn't do anything really, but thank you. You're kinder to me than I deserve.
By the way, Otto's expecting some of your crop. And I wouldn't mind some of it either, if that's not too much to ask.
Of course not. I'll see that you're both well provided for. They like your fruit, Martell. Isn't that wonderful? I'd say it's about time we planted you some siblings, don't you think?
Okay, so that's a new trophy to display. Seems like we can't really travel anywhere else besides this area. Yeah, so we can't go rushing off to do any some mark hunting. You know what? I think that's where we'll call this session. Because it's getting awfully late for me. Let me go check out.
Did you come through the forge today?
Not this area. Where am I going? Let's check out the trophy room and then we'll move on. Well, not move on, but stop for tonight. Farewell, Martel. She'll forever be known as the lady that couldn't scoop up dirt. And also the one that provided us apples. So I can already tell that this wall of memories is going to be very, very precious to Clive as we move further on in the game. It's going to be heartbreaking when everything ends. Anyways. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this short session. If you guys are watching this on YouTube, please like the video. Any comments or questions, please leave them down below. Let me know what you guys think. We didn't really get a whole bunch done this session, but it is what it is. It's still a slow burn and a slow ramp up to the next arc. Share the video out wherever you guys can, and also subscribe if you haven't already. If you've missed out on any of the previous play sessions, we have a playlist up for that. But of course, if you guys are interested in any of the other games that we play, or even the vault of games that we have going on for our unboxings, please check those out over on the channel. If you guys are over on Twitter, follow us at twitter.com/LunarlightGames. Over there you'll find deals, discounts, as well as news stories about the gaming world, as well as the odd giveaway we run from time to time. If you'd like to leave a tip for our tip jar, please drop that over at paypal.me/LunarlightGames. But if you don't have $1 to donate, don't worry about it. Feel free to continue viewing our videos and make sure you guys stay subscribed. Follow us over at twitch.tv/LunarlightGames, and also hit the notification bell across all of our platforms to get updates as soon as they're made available. Am I seeing this right? Have we spent up to 22 hours playing this game? I hope it's not just because I left my PS5 on standby. Oh well, even if it is, there is at least 20 hours worth of content you guys should look forward to viewing, but rest assured there's going to be more added on the channel in the following months, weeks, days ahead. Anywho, until next time, and until the next video, I hope you guys are doing well, and I hope you guys will return. Take care, and I will see you in the next video.